ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
नमस्ते ईशान।
नमस्ते कुलदीप मम्मू। यस मम्मू।
You are ready, right?
यस मम्मू।
Bhagavan has been telling us the importance of karma yoga, importance of doing karma as yajna till now. Everyone is bound to do it, but there is an exception. Bhagavan says there is an exception to this command. Exception for whom? Let us see what Bhagavan is saying about this in this episode. 17th and 18th shlokas of 3rd chapter are very famous ones. They are very, very, very important in our life too. So you are ready for chanting?
यस मम्मू।
17th shloka. यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात्
यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात्
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः
आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः
आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते।
Once again, sit properly. यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात्
यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात्
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः
आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः
आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते।
Mama is doing action, no? Because that's how the meaning is. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Okay, now padachhedah. Yastvatmaratirev yah tu atmaratihi eva syat atmatriptah cha manavah atmani eva cha santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate. This padachhedah will be helpful for many people to chant properly. Now, 18th shloka. Naiva tasya kritenarthah
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
na kriteneha kaschana
नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
na chasya sarvabhuteshu
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
Once again. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः
न कृतेनेह कश्चन
नाकृतेनेह कश्चन
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
न एव तस्य कृतेन अर्थः न अकृतेन इह कश्चन न च अस्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चित् अर्थव्यपाश्रयः. So, very important two shlokas, 17th and 18th. You are ready for chanting together?
Yes, Mamu.
Start. यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः न कृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः. Let us go through the meanings now. Yastvatmaratirev syat
आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः
आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टः
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते.
यः मानवः तु why this tu? But because till now it was about doing karma as yajna, but there is an exception. Bhagavan is saying yaha manavaha tu, but the man atmaratihi eva, who rejoices only in the self, atmatriptaha cha, who is satisfied with the self, atmani eva cha santushtaha syat, who is content in the self alone, tasya karyam na vidyate. This is the punch dialogue. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Activities do not exist for him. Karmas do not exist for him. For such jnani. Now next one. Naiva tasya kritenarthaha
न कृतेनेह कश्चन
न chasya sarvabhuteshu
कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
tasya iha, for him. Here, iha means here, in this world. Kritena arthaha na eva akritena kaschana na. There is no gain for him in the performance of an action or its non-performance. Whether you do it or whether you don't do it, he has no gain from it. Asya sarvabhuteshu kaschit arthavyapashrayah chana. Nor has he to depend on any beings for anything. We all depend, but that person, that jnani, he never depends on anything. Let us get into our spiritual tidbits and explain the same thing in detail. Let us see, okay?
Okay, Mammu.
The normal person rejoices in the worldly things. His rati, his bhoga, is in sense objects. Rati, bhoga. Rati means pleasure. Bhoga means enjoyment. Such a person is known as bhogi. Yogi, bhogi, rogi. Yogi is in Atma Bhoga. Atmarati, he delights in Atman, he delights in the self all the time. Bhogi is in Lokarati, Loka Bhoga. He delights in the worldly things. Rogi is in disease. Actually speaking, there is only one disease, samsara vyadhi. Worldly disease, that's all. Okay, this bhogi is triptaha. He is satisfied with the outer pleasures. He is satisfied with wife, daughter, son, family, his possessions like car, house, his bank balance, also toys, etc. He is santushtaha with all this. But sadly, all this will never give him everlasting happiness. All these are agama payinaha. That which
Comes and goes.
comes and goes. But atmaratihi, atmatriptaha, atmani evacha santushtaha, the man who rejoices only in the self, satisfied with the self, contented in the self alone, he is actually a jnani. He has nothing nothing to achieve here in this world. He is already feeling complete. For him, there is nothing more to do. He has already achieved the highest. Tasya karyam na vidyate. No activity is pending for him. For him in this world, kritena arthaha na eva, akritena kaschanana. There is no gain in the performance of action. There is no gain in the non-performance too. Nor has he to depend on any beings for anything. He is purna. He is complete in every aspect. In Lalita Sahasranama, you have a name, Nirashraya. Say? Nirashraya.
Nirashraya.
Yeah. Ashraya means dependence. Nirashraya means who is not dependent on anything or anyone. This jnani is in that state. The very objective of karma is to achieve chitta shuddhi and thus to attain the highest, attain Bhagavan. Once you reach that, what is there to do? A jnani has nothing to achieve through sadhana. He has no duty to perform. He might be sitting inside the cave in meditation. He might be very, very active in the world too, doing many things. That's why Shankaracharya in Bhajagovindam says, Yogaratova, Bhogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam Nandati Nandati Nandatyeva. He might be active in the world too, but he is no more a doer. He becomes a pure channel of Bhagavan. Through him, divine things happen. There is a difference between making things happen. Okay, keep this in mind. There is a huge difference between you making things happen and things happening through you. Got it?
Yes, Mamu.
See, Adi Shankaracharya contributed so many treasures for us in that state. It happened through him. Contributions should happen. You can't make it happen.
Mamu, did Ramana Maharshi also wrote the Upadeshasaram when he was in the meditation in the cave for many weeks? If he is in meditation, then how?
Make it. What are you trying to say? Ramana Maharshi was in cave for many weeks.
Yes, and doing meditation. So, how did he write the Upadeshasaram when he was in meditation?
He didn't write that when he was in meditation. Okay? He was in that blissful state for many weeks inside the cave. But when he was in ashrama, he wrote this Upadeshasaram. Again, it was not, it is not like how we write. Okay, I am going to write a new poem today. It's not like that. In a sudden moment, it happens. It happens for them. And thus we get those treasures from Maharshis. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
Nice question. That's why sometimes the jnani would be sitting inside the cave in meditation his whole life. But in fact, he is contributing much more to the world this way too. See, someone asked Ramana Maharshi, Swami, how can jnanis like you sit quiet without moving when there is so much problems in the world? Should they not help in establishing peace? People like you should go and establish peace. Bhagavan replied, yes, they should. But how do you know that jnanis are rendering help or not? Their remaining where they are is itself a help to the world. People will think they are doing nothing. But their anugraha is what is running this whole world. Maharshi says, the only purpose of the present birth is to turn within and realize the highest self. There is nothing else to do. Once you realize the highest, you just have to abide in that bliss. Nothing else to do.
Mamu, you told me that jnanis are beyond work. Does that mean
Jnanis are beyond work. Okay.
Yes. Does that mean they don't have buddhi? If if they had buddhi, then they will think I want to work, I want to do karma.
This is very, very interesting. Okay, I got it, what you are asking. Actually, very good question this is. Very deep question this is. So you say they don't have buddhi. Actually, they don't have buddhi because, they are beyond buddhi. They are beyond manah, buddhi, ahankara. In Nirvana Shatkam, Adi Shankara says, Mano buddhyahankara chittani naham chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. He says, I'm not this mind. I'm not this intelligence. I'm not this ego. I am the ever pure bliss. I am the blissful consciousness. Ever pure blissful consciousness. So your question have some, the question itself is very deep. Actually speaking, we think we are working with our buddhi, no?
Yes.
Okay, for the regular practical things we need buddhi. But actually speaking, if you are doing some legendary thing, or if you are doing some highest thing, like these Mahatmas, for them this buddhi is not there. They are beyond that. I am not this buddhi, I am not this intelligence. I am that consciousness. Blissful, pure, ever pure, blissful consciousness. And that's a nice question. Good. Keep asking like this. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
Okay. Before concluding, Mamu will tell you a wonderful story. You love stories, right?
Yes, Mamu.
Okay. A great Mahatma was sitting on a rock and was meditating. A youngster came to him and asked him, Sir, why are you sitting simply like this? Don't you have any work to do? At first, Mahatma didn't say anything. But the youngster continuously asked the same and started blaming the Mahatmas, all the Mahatmas, saying, all of you are lazy people. You can't work. You are sitting simply. Then Mahatma said, what should I do, my child? What are you expecting me to do? The youngster said, you should get up first and start doing some work. Mahatma asked, why should I do? Youngster said, by doing work, you get money for your survival. After that, asked Mahatma, after that? Youngster said, you can save money and buy whatever you want. After that, asked Mahatma, you can marry a beautiful woman. After that, you can have a child, beautiful child. Thus you can take care of your family. After that, you can have insurance policy to take care of them. Even if anything happens to you, even if you die, your wife and children will get good money from insurance policy. After that, you can work hard and thus get high positions in your job. You will be famous and you will get awards. After that, Mahatma kept asking the same thing. After that, by now, youngster got angry, and he asked, what after that? After all this, you can lead a very, very happy life. That's all, the youngster said. Mahatma replied with a smile on his face, dear child, that's what I am experiencing now, at this moment. I am full of joy and I am living, I am having a contented life. The greatest insurance policy for me is this Ananda Swarupa inside me, who is shining all the time. What are you expecting me to do? See. This is how Mahatmas are. But you know, we think they don't do work. But when they do work, when the work happens through them, that would be the biggest contribution to the entire world. That's how it is. Other people, normal people, will be in the cycle, no?
Yes.
Same thing. The happiness is in the fixed deposit for tomorrow. After many years, what use? The sadhu is, this moment he is leading a contented life. See? Super story, no?
Yes.
You liked it?
Yes.
So shall we stop for the day?
Yes, Mamu.
That was a very good question from you. The last question. Keep growing. Keep evolving with Bhagavad Gita. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Uttamam. Stay blessed.